Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. My name's FM18, and you're watching the Dafuge Challenge, episode 122, with Enfield Town FC. Well, in the 6 games we've played since West Ham, our form has been even. In that we've won 2 games, we've lost 2 games, and we've drawn 2 games. But one of those wins was a Europa League game. That was a very good one for us. We'll get to that here in just a second. But first, we played Hull, and we drew with them 3-3. Linus Wendell had a 5th-minute goal. Al Jahani had a 52nd-minute goal. Jordan Hodge a 55th-minute goal. Serrato had a brace of goals for Hull. Goals in the 26th and 36th minutes. Daniel Kubicki had a 61st-minute goal to tie it up. We were better than Hull. We should have had this game. But our downfall is long shots, yet again. Of our 19 shots, almost half of them were from outside the box. And it's really, really starting to annoy me. And the fact of the matter is, I've got some good players who are decent at long shots. Linus Wendell in particular. Phil Coe likes a long shot when he's on the field. It's just for whatever reason, Al Jahani's taking long shots. And that's Al Jahani. He's the 42. Tom Mew, Al Jahani had 4 shots, I think, and all of them 5 shots because he had the 1 goal, which was from close in. So, I don't know. I've got working in the box turned on too. I suspect it's going to be one of those seasons where I rail about all the long shots we take. After the whole draw, we were home against, is it Aalborg? Yeah, Aalborg. In the Europa League game, and we absolutely thumped them 6-0. It wasn't much of a game. We had 27 shots, 11 on target. They had 5 shots, 2 on target. They had a player sent off in the 27th minute for persistent fouling. Wendell had a hat trick's worth of goals, a penalty kick in the 23rd minute, a 47th minute, end of the first half goal, and then another penalty kick in the 48th minute. Mogensen had an own goal in the 30th minute. Mugo had a 42nd minute goal off a set piece. Hodge had a 60th minute goal. We just totally outclassed them from start to finish. Again, the only drawback, all these freaking long shots. Half of our shots were from distance, outside the box. And against better quality teams, it's just not going to do well for us. We had Man United next at home, and we drew with them. This was a solid game for us. We had more shots and as many on target as Man United did. Moise Keane got United on board with a 3rd-minute goal. Hamed Rami scored a 50th minute goal for them to put them ahead. Angel Gomez came on as a replacement in the 60th minute, and then he scored a brace of goals in the 68th and 72nd minute off a penalty kick. So we clawed the draw back. Again, more long shots. Something tells me if half of those long shots were inside the box, we could have gotten maybe 1 more across. Possibly 1. We played Burnley in the Carabao. They are in the championship. Chances are they'll get promoted out of the championship this year. I have no idea what happened to this game. Other than the fact half of our shots came from distance. Again, I thought we were going towards penalty kicks. Al Jahani had a 43rd minute goal. De Oliveira had an equalizer in the 63rd minute. Then in the 94th minute, when I was on the counter, I had my guys back on defense. I was holding onto the ball and retaining possession. Miller can't control it. Rudick gets again out to Derlagen to Paulo, who crosses it into Rudick, who has 3 Enfield players around him. De Oliveira is in front of the goal. That was in the 93rd minute, and literally a minute and a half later, the game ends. We followed that up by going away to Southampton, who are mid-table in the Premier League, and losing 2-0. 13 shots, 6 on target to their 17 and 9. Not as many long shots this time around. But we couldn't put anything together. The guys were solid, except the attackers up top. and they just had a better day in front of the goal. Grant Smigglehurst had goals right before the end of the half, and then the 61st minute was all they needed to see them through. So today is our big test in the Europa League. We are playing Red Bull Salzburg. We're playing in Austria. It's 37 degrees Fahrenheit. It's hailing out. As you can see, because of our 6 goals for, we are currently ahead of the group. Napoli has already beaten Red Bull. If we beat them, they are probably not going to qualify. It's going to be the 2-team race between us and Napoli as to who wins the group. So, I'm going to double check my best 11, and we'll be back with that game in just a bit. Well, today we are playing our Europa League group game against Red Bull Salzburg at Red Bull Salzburg. They are playing a 4-2-3-1. Wojciech in goal, Dux, Clare, Dabrowski, and Reiter as the defensive back four, Arambari and Eder as the midfielders, Wrestler, Baumgartner, and Grigoric as the attacking midfielders, Seller up top as the striker. We are playing our 4-3-3 with Hernandez in goal, Vidor, Mugul, Milan, and Bautista as the defensive back four, Mew, Polipovic, and Wendell as the midfield three, Hodge, Al-Jahani, and Kremer up top as the strikers. And we are moving left to right. And Bautista already fouled somebody. Okay, Reiter with the throw-in. Bautista takes the ball, knocks it up to Kremer. Crosses it. No, he shoots it right at Wojciech. Al-Jahani with the ball now to Hodge. Going left, crosses it in. Wendell's there, but he hits it over the crossbar. It's still a little fast. Let's go down one more. Vidor up to Mew, to Polipovic. Knocked away, but Hodge has it. Crosses it in. Al-Jahani. The game paused, but he scored. Okay, I swear I didn't do anything to the game. That was probably the game deciding which direction the ball was going. Oh, nice tackle by Arambari, but Hodge runs down the ball. Al-Jahani with a nice header. That was only 2 minutes in. Vidor picked up a yellow. Good grief. And they score off the set piece. Eder with the goal. Arambari, Seller heads it to Eder, who heads it. Milan with the throw-in. Arambari steps in front of it, sends it up towards Seller, but Bautista's there. Polipovic up to Al-Jahani. Now he tries passing it into space where Kremer can run it down, but that's a no-go. Seller passes it up to Wrestler, who's all alone on the left. Crosses it in, knocked away, but Arambari's at the top of the box to Grigoric, and he hits it far post. Wrestler, nice cross. Yeah, it was a good play by Arambari. Coming up on a half hour, we've got the possession advantage, but that is about it. Milan to Vidor. Back to Milan to Mew. Out to Vidor again. Over to Mew to Wendell. Up to Al-Jahani, who feeds Kremer. Oh, off Wojciech, but Kremer's there, and Al-Jahani scores. That was a nice play by Kremer. He didn't give up on it. Oh, my midfielders are all over each other again. Kremer. Nice. Runs it down, and Al-Jahani is right there. Now, I had Polipovic playing as a roaming playmaker in the center and Wendell as a deep line playmaker on the right, and they were all over each other. So I swapped them out. Wendell is back as the advanced playmaker in the center. Polipovic is the deep line playmaker on the right side of the midfield. We'll see what happens there. Wendell breaking right, loses the ball. Eder has it to Baumgartner, to Wrestler. Oh, Bautista steps in front of the pass. Now Wendell has it again, up to Kremer, who's in space, crosses it in towards Hodge, and it goes over the crossbar. Oh, Napoli beat AAB. Okay. Now, 60 minutes in, we're going to make a couple of changes here. We're going to get all the yellow cards off. Holm is going to come in for Vidor. Arnaud is going to come in for Bautista. Diallo is going to come on for Mew. Corner kick in. Al-Johani to Hodge. Oh, knocked away. Pilipovic runs it down, and Diallo scores off the... Oh, it looks like it was deflected in. Pilipovic. Why do I have such a hard time saying that? Oh, nice tackle by Newman. Pilipovic runs it down. Diallo takes the shot. It looks like it deflected off a Red Bull player. I don't know which one, though. 10 minutes in. We're going to come off the control. Go back to... Or standard, rather. Go back to counter. Pilipovic knocks it down to Kremer. Hodge on the left. Crosses it in. Al-Johani is there, but his shot goes way over the crossbar. Newman up to Avina. To Eder. Oh, well, Hernandez with a nice save. It was a cross, but looked like the Red Bull player stopped running, and that is the game. Daniel Diallo with a 77th minute goal to give us the win. Oh, we had 27 shots, 14 on target. Okay, it honestly did not feel like that much. The fact it was tied after 75 minutes, no. Not as many long shots this time. That's very, very good. I'm quite happy with that. And that win puts us first place in the group, tied with Napoli. So, with Napoli coming up in 3 games, you know what? We'll come back for that game. We'll get Stoke and Leicester out of the way, then come back for Napoli, and then we'll go from there. Well, that was a solid win against a team I think is pretty good, Red Bull Salzburg. They've finished top 3 in the Austrian Bundesliga almost every year, it seems. They've won it more than once in the past 15 years or so. But with that many shots and that many on target, I would have thought we'd got more than 3 goals across. But it was a solid performance. The number of yellow cards is a bit concerning. I don't know if it was the ref was just happy or my guys were a bit chippy or what. But we're off to an excellent start in both the Europa League and the Premier League. Hopefully we can keep that going. I think the game against Napoli is going to tell us where we stand. Napoli is a pretty good team. They've been top 6 in Serie A for a while now, and I would bet the quality of player they have is equivalent to ours. So it's going to be a really good test for us. And let's hope we can get back to our winning ways in the Premier League as well. We started off fast. That's always nice. I'd like to get back to not losing. We've had 2 losses our last 2 games. We've gone 1-2 our last 4. Actually, we've gone 2 draws and 2 losses our last 4. So a win against an upcoming opponent would be very, very nice. Hopefully this win against Red Bull Salzburg has put the boys in the right frame of mind. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave them down below. I'll answer them as fast as I can. My name's FM18. I thank you for watching.